Today, I'm going to show you how to make a Lego stop motion. So first, what is a stop motion? Well, it's simple. It's a film whereby the camera is repeatedly stopped and started to give the animated figures the impression of movement. So what is a brick film? Well, it's basically a stop motion but with bricks. Now, let me get into the basics. So first, you're going to need a Lego base plate to stick your figures on. Also, put tape on the bottom so it doesn't move around. Now for the lighting. So a lot of professional animators use softbox lights, but they are kind of pricey, around the $100 range. So I just use a cheap desk lamp and it works just fine. I also put paper around it so it doesn't reflect too much off of the shiny Lego, because since Lego's plastic, it is kind of shiny. Pick out a minifigure of your choice, stick it on the base plate, and we're almost ready to start animating. So we're gonna need a tripod to keep our camera steady. I have this plastic one that was cheap on Amazon, and I also made one out of Lego. You can use either. Next, we're gonna build a set with Legos. I think you guys can figure this one out. There's a free app in the App Store that squashes all of the pictures together to make a stop motion really easily. It's called Stop Motion Studio. I have Stop Motion Studio Pro, but it's a couple bucks, but you don't need it as long as you have a good enough editing software. We're almost ready to start animating, but before we do that, there's something you need to understand. It's called frames per second. This is how many frames are played in each second of a video. I personally use 24 frames per second, but most animators use 15. For beginners, I recommend 12. You can change this in the app you use. For the sake of the video, I'm going to animate at 12 frames per second and then move up to 15. The fun begins. It's time to start animating. These remotes are also pretty helpful. You can buy them on Amazon for like 10 bucks and your camera doesn't shake whenever you take pictures. Whenever you're doing stop motion, always use a rule called ease in and ease out. It's basically starting with small movements and working your way up to big movements and ending the movement with smaller movements. Because if you look at real life, people have to build up momentum to get fast. So just do what I'm showing in this clip. So I'm gonna show you something at 12 frames per second and also show you a basic walk cycle. You can give them props, like maybe a lightsaber. So those are the basics of making a Lego stop motion. It's really easy. If you're confused on some of the basics, they're just a YouTube search away, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.